Hey, thanks for checking out the Crispy Marshwiggle. Every Friday, we release a new mini essay with thoughts on everyday life and wonder in the world God has made. If you would like to see these words in front of you and read them for yourself, you can visit my Substack and subscribe for free. And now, please silence your cell phones. Today's essay is about to begin. On kids and spilling water. The act of spilling water occurs when a cup full of H2O in liquid form rotates until it is no longer perpendicular to the table, the chair, or the floor, but parallels them in one fantastic act of symmetry. The water seizes the opportunity to escape and flings itself all over the floor, table, chair, and any articles of clothing it can find. One might think that this happens rarely, as an outside force must act upon the cup to change its orientation, and most of the outside forces desire the water to remain in the cup until they are finished drinking from it. Who then desires this shift of orientation? Who wants the water to exit the cup? No one does. How does it happen? Kids. Kids spill the water in the cup. They do not intend to rotate the cup, and yet they so often alter its position that one can be forgiven for thinking that they are in a race against time, to disrupt the disposition of as many cups as they can. If I gave you 60 seconds and told you to knock over a cup of water, refill it, and knock it over again, you would be hard-pressed to compete with the average kiddo squirming in his or her chair. These little people mean so well. They react in total disbelief, stunned that an elbow attached to their body could have connected so solidly as to send both cup and liquid to that parallel position. They apologize profusely, dab at the spot with a towel, and forget entirely the set of circumstances that led to the change in the locus of the cup. It may not be long before gravity, and a small set of fingers, yank the cup to the floor once more. It is inevitable. The cup can only do so much to stand against such relentless pressure. If you are like me, you have a strong view on the fundamental orientation of cups with water in them. The cup ought to form a 90-degree angle with the surface of the table. No part of the cup except the bottom should ever be in contact with the table. But these views are destined to be frustrated. The outside forces, though never malicious, are too great. Take my advice. The next time the bearing of one of your cups are rearranged and the liquid, which is more than you thought was in the cup in the first place, rushes across the floor, laugh. Your cup was knocked over by a little person, made in the image of God. And they are worth much more than a dry floor and a full cup, even one that is perfectly oriented. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed what you heard, or if you thought it was one of the craziest things ever, please share it with a friend. You can also follow me on Instagram and X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Take some time to wonder at God's world, and we will see you next Friday for another edition of the Crispy Marshwiggle.